Lindsay Beaton with Pet Food Forum TV, here today with David Sprinkle, the Research Director for Packaged Facts. David, thank you very much for being here.
Glad to be here.
Now, you just presented at the Pet Food Forum Innovation Workshop, and you presented on treats. Can you give us an overview or summary of how the treats market is doing and what we have to look forward to this year?
Absolutely, and actually there's a lot to look forward to. The pet treats market is doing very well. It has about 10% dollar growth, about 10% volume growth across the board. That's pet specialty and mass. And you have increases in dog population and increased usage rates for pet treats among cat users. So all those things are really increasing the base for the market.
And what kind of challenges come with these kinds of numbers?
Any kind of market is highly competitive. So there always is the issue of intense competition and getting distribution. There are challenges that come with the opportunities. For example, indulgent treats. While there'll always be a room in human food, as in pet food for sort of your bacony, cheesy type products, pet owners are increasingly thinking seriously about pet health and wellness. So there often now needs to be a nutraceutical angle, a nutritional angle, a quality of ingredient angle to really make the sale to the consumer. So that is one area of concern. There are also concerns about, for example, distribution. A lot of pet food now is being ordered, bought online, including through regular delivery. And so that does mean fewer trips down the aisle, fewer trips, whether it's in the mass market or in pet specialty. So treat makers need to think about that and make sure that their treats really fit in to a nutritional program, to an ongoing program for the pet parent and for the pet, and aren't simply occasional treats.
And spinning off of that a little bit more, are there any other consumer trends that are going on right now that manufacturers out there really need to know about to come up with new products?
One thing that I would look out for that's happening in the human market that I think has room in the pet market is the whole ancient grains trend. The quinoa, the teff, the amaranth, these are becoming increasingly popular as a human culinary trend, and many of these ancient grains have a real nutritional story to tell. And so I think there really could be room to exploit that for pet food and pet treats. And ironically, as is often the case with a very complicated human market, there is room for ancient grains and whole grains in pet food and nutrition at the same time that there is the grain-free and even the gluten-free movement. So you often have paradoxical or contradictory trends going on for different groups of consumers, and marketers should be aware of that too.
And given all the things that are going on right now in treats, all the different ways that treats are going, what do treat numbers look like when you compare it to pet food, which is a little more established and tends to have bigger numbers?
They are, of course, much better. In the mass market, especially dry pet food, is flat or even falling. So a very flat market. In the pet specialty market, your dry pet food is doing a little bit better, maybe mid-single digits, but still not compared to basically about 10% across the board pet specialty and mass market for pet treats. And especially, I think, encouraging is that some of that is growth through the premiumization of products, through higher quality products. So it's increase in dollar sales. But especially for cat treats, there really is growth in usage, in volume, and that really does create a robust market that creates good opportunities for entrepreneurs and for product innovation.
And are these things that we should expect to see for the rest of 2015, for the next couple years? Are there any surprises in the more midterm range looking ahead?
There are always surprises. Many of them are actually unfortunate in the form of contamination scares. So that's one thing to look out for. It's an ongoing concern. It's especially important for pet treats because these are, after all, optional sort of indulgent kind of products. I would also look to packaging for innovation. Packaging has become really central to innovation in human foods. Take the K-Cup in the coffee market, which has just transformed the coffee aisle. Pet food and pet treats, I think, is lagging behind there. There has been a real upgrading of the visuals of packaging and of communication of quality and of quality ingredients, but I still think there's room for innovation, for preservation of freshness, for transparency, for communicating that you really have a product quality in different ways.
Well, thank you so much for your time, David. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.